Sulek versus Larry Wheels. I can't think of a closer comparison than this. What if they were almost a tie in all of the poses, but one pose, they embarrass the opposition. That's why they have several different judges on a judging panel. If that doesn't scream IFBB Pro to you, then what does? Larry Wheels, he has an advantage. He's literally black. Let's see, who would you have your money on? Larry Wheels versus Sam Sulek. Coach Greg, in today's video, we're going to be comparing Larry Wheels' attempt to turn pro to Sam Sulek. Head to head, which physique is better? I can't think of a closer comparison than this. Last year, Larry tried to turn pro by competing not once, but twice in a span of 2 weeks. Same as Sam Sulek. Larry at the Amateur Olympia and Sam Sulek at the Amateur Arnold's. Larry, he's at the top of the weight class. He barely scraped in. He's 6'1", weighed in 231 pounds. Sam Sulek, 5'11", 216 pounds. Both at the limit and both shredded. Now remember, Larry Wheels, he has an advantage. He's literally black.
What did he say?
Another advantage, he's 6'1". He's in fact 2 inches taller, and he has previous experience. Larry Wheel, in his very first competition, would get his ass handed to him by Sam Sulek. Sam Sulek is only 23, Larry much older. Let's see. Who would you have your money on? Larry Wheels versus Sam Sulek. They've both weighed in, and both of these guys, they give us the quick reveal. How do they look after weighing in? And so let's compare the quad stomp. Sam Sulek versus Larry Wheels. Boom! Look at Sam. The day before the competition, Sam has incredible striations top to bottom. Larry Wheels, well, he pales in comparison to Sam. But Larry Wheels reveals the glutes. He has more striations in the glutes. And so heading into the day of competition, I'm giving the edge to Sam. But remember, a lot of things can happen overnight. Sam, he can in fact get the proper tan. Standing relaxed. What I can see is, in comparison to Sam Sulek, Larry Wheels clearly has the wider shoulders and the smaller waist. If you're comparing V tapers, you're going to see Larry Wheels has the advantage. Look how wide his lats are. But in comparison, notice the size or lack thereof of Larry Wheels, his legs. Now, Larry is getting the most out of his legs. He's pointing his toes out to make his legs appear wider. It's allowing the inner thigh to poke through. And so if I stand like this versus like that, look how much bigger my leg gets.
Oh my God!
Sam, he's posing to the best of his abilities. You can see, if you compare the left to the right, his legs are not the same size. Sam Sulek, he has bigger quads and more striations. And so based on this pose alone, I'm in favor of Larry Wheels. Now, if you deduct more points for Larry for the asymmetry of the top to lower half, you may in fact have Sam Sulek in first place. Remember, judging is subjective. We don't all have to see eye to eye. Front double bicep. What an excellent job by Larry Wheels. Look how full and defined are the biceps, the width of the lats, the smallness of the waist, and he's hitting the vacuum. Remember when his legs look so small while standing relaxed? Well, he's making it look that much bigger. He's got his right foot out in front, he's pointing his toes out, and he's able to show and display everything. Not just the quads, but also the sartorius. And so, in my opinion, Larry looks better right now on stage than he did at the weigh-ins. Probably carved up effectively, and although he is in fact black, he has an even better tan. And Sam Sulek also has amazing biceps, perhaps even better than Larry Wheels. Remember, Larry injured one of his biceps while doing strongman competitions. Sam displays an excellent vacuum, perhaps even deeper than Larry Wheels. And although I think Sam's legs are bigger, he's not showing as much definition. Sam, the day before, his legs were peeled. But in this pose, he's not showing the judges the definition that he in fact has. And remember, They can't judge on what they know you have. They can only judge based on what they see. And so depending if you deduct enough points from Larry Wheels for having smaller legs than his upper body, you may in fact give this one to Sam Sulek, or you give it to Larry Wheels. Myself, I'm favoring Larry Wheels. Next, also being judged, the quarter turns. And so Larry Wheels on his quarter turn, excellent chest, delts, the arms are there, the obliques, you can see some of the definition, but not a lot. It's not all that shredded. And his legs, they do appear to be lacking. And so what you need to know is some judges penalize that more heavily than others. Not all judges are looking for the same thing. Some people feel in classic physique they should have smaller legs. After all, let's look at Arnold. Was Arnold known for his amazing, crazy, shredded quads, or the full chest and the biceps? And so Sam Sulek, in comparison, also amazing chest, shoulders, arms, everything. And what really stands out, I'm sure you see it, it's his obliques. Look how shredded his midsection is. It's so tight, his waist looks minuscule. And he does seem to have very lean legs when posing from the side, and a little bit more size. And so in the quarter turn, I gotta give it to Sam, and not by a little bit. I do believe he beats him by a lot. Oftentimes people say, well, just count the poses. If they win 3 out of 5, then they win. Well, what if they were almost a tie in all of the poses, but one pose, they embarrass the opposition? You could say, wow, you only won 1 out of 4 poses, but you still win because that guy was so lacking in one area that the other guy wins. So remember, it's not just how many poses, it's how much do you win it by. And standing relaxed from the rear. I mean, look at Larry Wheels' back. The width of the shoulders, the smallness of the waist, the amount of muscle he has. Larry looks like an IFBB pro. I'm telling you, in this pose right now, not many IFBB pros could beat this. His hamstrings, although not as massive as they could be, there's very good definition. The calves, they're a little bit small, but let's be honest, the calves, they don't count it all that much. In comparison, Sam doesn't have this kind of back. Sam is weak in the back in comparison to Larry. Now, Sam has the shreds in the hamstrings, he's got the thickness and so on, but overall, I'm giving it to Larry. And to no surprise, look at Larry's back double bicep. I mean, if that doesn't scream IFBB pro to you, then what does? And so in comparison, Sam Sulek has his work cut out for him. His back is not nearly as developed as this. He doesn't have the width. And although he does have the legs, it's not enough. Again, pose is going to Larry. Next up, the side chest. Larry Wheels, he looks great. We're looking at his lower half. The calves could, in fact, be better. The hamstrings, perhaps not as thick, but look at the detail in the glutes. Larry Wheels is shredded. He's looking amazing. He has great looking arms, the shoulders, the chest, striations everywhere. The only weakness I see on Larry in this pose is a slightly distended stomach. I don't see the striations, the detail on the obliques I'd like to see, and he could be sucking in his waist. In comparison, Sam, any pose from the side, he looks exquisite. And why exactly is that? I'll tell you why. It's because of his obliques. You can see every fiber, the density, the detail. It looks fantastic. Also, from the side, Sam's legs, they look shredded. He's doing amazing. And the size and fullness of the upper body, well, I'm giving this one to Sam. If I were coaching Sam, I would be saying, Sam, hit more shots to the side. When you do a side chest, follow that up with a side tricep, anything to the side. Show the audience the obliques, the definition, and really wow them. When he turns to the rear, he has the striations in the lower back, the Christmas tree, if you will. But when he actually hits the pose, it's not as impressive. Show them your strengths and cover up your weaknesses. Next up, the thigh and abdominals, or in fact, the vacuum pose. Now, and so when Larry Wheels hits the vacuum pose as well as the abdominals, you can see the abs, they look all right. The vacuum's not bad. But Sam does appear to have larger quads. He's perhaps not flexing them quite as well, and so he may in fact improve on that, but he appears to have a better vacuum. Sam, I do believe, has better abs, a better vacuum than Larry Wheels. And although Larry Wheels is wider in this pose with arms behind their head, I do seem to like his biceps a little bit more. Sam has more thickness in the calves, more density in the quads, perhaps not showing the feathering, which he could be showing, But overall, I'm still going to have to give this pose to Sam. Larry Wheels' favorite classic pose, hands overhead, the bicep pose. I don't know if this is his best pose. The bicep peak he's displaying, it is in fact slightly injured, but he is hitting it very well. He's getting the most out of his legs. He does have a decent vacuum, and you can see the width of the shoulders and the fullness of the lats. Sam Sulek, on the other hand, his arm, it reminds me of Arnold. Much fuller, much bigger, and bro is detailed, etched in stone, pulls off a great looking vacuum, and his legs have that density, the thickness. And so in this pose, I still gonna have to give it to Sam. And so depending on how many poses you want to count for this, I counted about 8. I overall have about 5 for Larry and about 3 for Sam. But remember, it's not just how many poses does one guy win over another. What I generally look for is conditioning, size, and shape. And in this case, I'm giving the conditioning to Sam. Sam just appears drier. Now remember, they're not standing on the same exact stage, and so the camera angles, the lighting, and so on, it does in fact play a factor. But overall, as I see it, Sam has better balance from top to bottom, but Larry Wheels has more width. The shoulder width, the X-frame, if you will. And so although Sam may in fact be a little bit leaner, Larry was able to get more out of his physique than Sam. And so that they were competing on the same day looking exactly as this, I do believe that Larry Wheels would edge out Sam. Well, you might be thinking, well, how could Sam Sulek have any possibility of getting a pro card? Larry Wheels never got a pro card. Larry Wheels got second, was edged out. Little bit better, and Larry would have won. And based on what I saw, I felt that Larry deserved the pro card, and the guy that won, well, I felt that Larry actually beat him. The guy who won was a little sus. I was looking at his shoulders, and I could see some things that you shouldn't see unless you're injecting something into them. It didn't look normal, and Larry Wheels from the front, yeah, I'll give it to the other guy. But from the rear, Larry Wheels beat him by so much, in particular the back double bicep, the standing relaxed pose, that I gave it to Larry. Not all judges see it the same way. If I were judging at that show, Larry right now would be an IBB pro. But remember, that's why they have several different judges on a judging panel. And so what I'm saying is that Larry Wheels, who I feel deserves to be an IBB pro, likely would be an IBB pro if he competed again. I think that he's slightly better than Sam Sulek. And so Sam Sulek, he's close. If Sam Sulek can properly display the quads and get those crazy striations that we know he has, and change suits so that he can show off the glutes. If Sam has striated glutes, imagine how much it's going to be in his favor. And so if he can make those changes and compete at the Arnold Amateurs looking better than last time, he may in fact be your next IFBB pro. And don't forget, Sam, as well as Larry Wheels and the rest of you, if you're looking to stay natural or improve your physique just a little bit more, consider using the T-plug stack. That's Turk Max as well as Geo2 Max. We'll be selling the T-plug stack on the website, as I have many of these personal bottles left for myself. Remember, I was scared that I wouldn't be able to get any more, and so I hoarded these all for myself. I thought, if I can't smuggle in more turkesterone from Uzbekistan, then I want to have it for years. And so now that I've procured these bad boys, the brand new Turk Max, I'm going to be selling my remainders. And so look for this in the near future. I'm going to be mailing these off today. The remaining stack, I have 70 Turk Max and Turk Builders left. They're my personal stash. I'm going to be signing these and shipping them out to you. And so you'll be the last persons ever to be able to get this. And so head to the website, be sure to get notified, because Turk Max, it's currently sold out. But what's going to happen is those who signed up to get notified, immediately, they're going to be sent an email saying, hey, it's in stock. That way you can go and buy it before it sells out. I'm telling you, it's going to sell out. I cannot get enough. Cannot keep up with the demand. Remember, this is not the copycat cyanosis plant from China. This is straight from Uzbekistan, and it's been proven. They tested 10 of the biggest suppliers in the world. Were the only ones that passed, the only one that had Ajuga turkistatica. And so just because they say on the label that it is, it doesn't mean it's the truth. You can trust HDLT supplements, and it's not my word. It's third-party tested independently. Not just once, twice, 3 times, guys. 3 times. And so if you don't believe me and buy it, you get your money back. There's a money-back guarantee and a $20 gift card. And so what do you have to lose? Subscribe, click the bell button, comment to boost the algorithm, like the video if you liked it. Don't forget to watch one of those two bloops, and of course, cookbooks, the training books, the Circle Diet book, My Life's Work, How to Lose Weight, Keep It Off for the Rest of Your Life, as well as the Harder Than Last Time clothing line. And if you want to get the free diet and training program, you can get over onto the website. And until next time, I am out.